So we all have different roles, and we find it, and we all work together. So it's a small industry, yet our goals are very similar. At the end of the day, we all want to create compelling brand-artist partnerships that are effective for both parties. At the end of the day, if not effective, it doesn't work for anyone.
It's about building 360 integrated campaigns at this time. The days of having a logo on a banner are far, far behind us. So to do that, and you really have to tap into traditional media, social media, on-site activations, real-time experiences, data capture, sweepstakes, use everything that you possibly can when pairing a brand with an artist. And a lot of times companies like myself will outsource those things to, if they need a social media company to come in and build a campaign, we actually keep everything in-house. We own a printing company, we can fabricate kiosks, we can build stages, we can book tour buses, we have a full and able, ready staff and touring staff on hand that we can pull from to send on the road. And so basically we keep everything in-house, and for lack of a better word or way to say it, we are kind of a one-stop shop.
I think it's essential to really understand my artists and the DNA and what really makes them tick and what are they all about. And you know, not only is it important to understand that, because that could really expedite, you know, what I might, you know, align an artist with. And obviously the goal is to create authentic campaigns. You know, those are the most impactful and effective, but also really understanding brands and their aesthetic. And, you know, maybe it could be a brand that has never been in the music space. It could be, you know, a brand that has, you know, a huge music platform already and might be trying to achieve certain goals. So I think it's a balance of, you know, really servicing my artists, but also, you know, having a good and strong understanding of the brand and the brand's objectives.
If music touches the TV commercial, the movie, the promotion, the toy, I'm involved with it, or my group. And the day in the life is never the same. Every day is totally different. We have very routine matters that we work on all the time, and then every day there's a fire drill. And so yesterday I got a call. We're looking for an artist for a big campaign that's launching worldwide in the spring for a boys' new IP that's going to be age 6 to 12. And we have to find an artist for them, for that project that's going to be the sound of the brand, to launch this brand on a worldwide basis. And so that's sort of what has been consuming my time yesterday and today.
You know, in the entertainment business, particularly in the music business, lawyers tend to play a slightly different role than one might expect, especially on the transactional side, in that, for example, in the music business, agents really primarily book live shows. And so lawyers end up being, in many cases, as strange as this may sound, lawyers end up being, in many cases, the first creative filter that talent engage. And you know, lawyers, for example, are the ones that historically have shopped recording artists for record deals, or for their first publishing deal, or for what have you. So on the lawyering side, on the transactional side, it's a lot of business development, it's a lot of strategic planning, it's a lot of, you know, business consultation, as opposed to just looking over papers and marking up documents, at least in the practice that we've evolved.
We always want to be brought in early so we can create the strategy for our clients and tell them how they should execute an entertainment. But as the case may be, it doesn't always happen. One of our clients called us to say, hey, we just, you know, our media buying agency just did a huge 6-figure tour sponsorship, and now what do we do? And you know, not always good for us to try to be on the back end. So we try to get out in front as much as possible with our clients and say, if you want to participate in entertainment, let's figure out the right way to do it. Because they get calls, they'll get a call from, one of our clients gets a call from Kenny Chesney's manager. He's going on tour, do you want to be involved? And they're like, great, Kenny Chesney's people called, we should do the tour. I said, well, who says you should do a tour? Where did you say music's part of your strategy? And if you did say music, where did you decide it was country? And if you did say country, when did you decide it was Kenny? Did you go through the steps? I'm like, no, we didn't think about that. So we try to bring them back up to the strategic platform, make the right decisions, make sure you know who your consumer is, how they're moved by entertainment, and create a strategy.
When you have an artist and you're representing an artist and you're looking to find them, someone to pair them with, it's important to know what they like. But it's about really finding the artist who can speak for the brand and act as a brand ambassador. Otherwise, it just is never going to work. It's not going to work for the artist, and it's not going to work for the brand, and it's just going to be a big waste of time and money for everybody.
We do things a little differently in our company than a lot of others, in that we deal and do all of the music deals and assets for our TV commercials ourselves instead of our ad agencies. So in this particular instance, we get the music pitched to us, we do the deal with the artist or the record company or whomever and the music publishers, and we hand those assets over to Y&R or hand them over to Ogilvy or whoever it is that's the agency doing that spot, which is a little different. A lot of people, some companies have the agency do that, but we do it a little differently.
The Ultrabook challenge was Will's idea, which was to take this extraordinary fast and extraordinary powerful computer and take it on airplanes. And each month, he's done 5 cities so far, each month he gets on an airplane and he has 48 hours to go to a city somewhere in the world. He's been to Seoul, he's been to Tokyo, he's been to Mexico City, he's been to London. He goes there, collaborates with a local artist, records a song that they write together. He then goes to a club and plays it. He does the whole thing on his Ultrabook. He then goes to a club and he performs the song, and all the proceeds from the DJ gig, which he books ahead of time, goes to a local charity, which they also visit. The whole thing's being filmed by Virgin Produced. It's going to be a TV series. And it's a really wonderful project. And then all of the songs are available for immediate download the next day, up to a certain number, and then the rest of them will be made available free to everyone who buys his solo album that'll come out later this year.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun project.
That's great.